Okay, Master Gardeners, we're going to overview how to make another bed when you have turf and you want to get rid of it and start a bed there. The difference between this bed and the one we did before is I wanted to plant immediately in that bed. On this one, I'm just starting a new bed that I'm not going to plant in for 3 months. So this is an easy, I call it a lazy man style of gardening. So for me, I'm extending a bed right now. I didn't like my contour lines on my landscape bed. So come with me, let me show you. My first step is always, I like to lay a garden hose out to show me what size my bed is going to become. So I love using that for my outline. The second step is I come in with my weed trimmer and I trim it as low as I can and I scalped it. You can see here's the regular tall grass and here's the scalped portion. I'm trying to stress this grass and weed as much as possible. I'm not killing the dandelions, I'm not killing the wild violets, but I am scalping and possibly killing some of my grass, which is my objective. My next step is to cover it. So I laid my cardboard out and I used my X-Acto knife, and I already did the bed behind me. I'm going to do this portion. I lay my bed with cardboard. You can use newspaper as well. Using maybe 3 to 5 sheets of newspaper, you're going to need a hose nearby to wet the newspaper to make it stay down. That's the benefit of using cardboard. Make sure you choose cardboard that's just plain old brown cardboard. You don't want those polished prints like your TV might come in or your printer might come in, so avoid those kind of cardboards. And if they have big heavy staples in them, you'll need to get those out, or just choose boxes that don't have those big copper type staples. Then I took my X-Acto knife and I trimmed it approximately the size of my bed. So you can see I've kind of already done that here. I've got my cardboard all laid. Over here, I already laid my compost. Now the objective is to smother, my grass and in the next 2 months. So this is not a hurry rush process. I don't care how long it takes. So I'm just going to cut open my compost and I want to put it on about 6 inches deep. And I'm going to cover my whole bed and just level it out. Just keep covering it over. And the objective is that most of the weeds are going to die underneath here. I'm going to show you the other part of this bed because I did this actually in the fall. I didn't like the way this bed was, I had this little tree out here sitting by itself and we had to mow between this and the bed, and I realized how stupid that was. I knew eventually I'd have to combine this into a larger bed, and I did. So the bed there was just a ring around the tree. And so I took this section of the bed, you can see the line here. Here's the line where the bed was. This was 3 months ago. I went around and edged all my garden beds. I put all the edge material right here on this bed, all those clippings and all, and then I went and bought 5 inches of mulch. Actually, even more than that, and I covered this with heavy mulch. You might have seen the previous video because I have termites. The termites in my local area found all this deep mulch, but my purpose here was to smother. So if I was to dig down under here, you can see I get down here, I get to some of my clippings, I got a lot of mulch, I put compost, and then when you dig down about 6 or 8 inches, oh look, some of my weeds are still coming through. Even though I've got like 6 or 8 inches here, some of my weeds are starting to come through. Your tenacious ones are going to be your wild violets. Most of the time I can suffocate my grass, so I'm going to have to come back in with a hand trowel and dig some of these. For instance, this is my Star of Bethlehem. They can easily come through this 10 or 12 inches. So they don't get suffered. They don't get suffocated out. So, but that's just a lazy man way to start a garden bed. Make your marks where you want it, lay your cardboard, well, scalp it with the weed whacker, then lay your cardboard to suffocate, put about 6 inches of compost on it. I'll cover this with a little bit of mulch to make it look pretty for the next 2 months. And then in the fall, I'm going to plant some new perennials. So tra-la, that's a lazy man way to start a garden. There you go. See ya.